or delta square is equal to delta. Now we are defining n delta, which is equal to 0 into 1 if n is equal to 0. Since our delta value is either 0 or 1, n delta is equal to, if n is 0, 0 into 1, and if n is not equal to 0, then n into 0, since our delta value is 0 if n is not equal to 0. So in any case our n delta is going to be 0. Assume that our n, the number of customers at time t, and our delta and the number of arrivals are independent. Then from our first and second equation we'll get n dash is equal to n minus 1 plus m plus delta. N, already we have defined n dash as either n or n minus 1 plus m. Now we are adding a delta. It will be true, since n minus 1 plus m plus delta we are defining n dash. If if delta is equal to 0 means, if n is equal to 0 means our delta is equal to 1, then it becomes minus 1 and 1 can be cancelled, it is equal to m. It is our previous case. And if n is not equal to 0 means it is n minus 1 plus m, since our delta is going to be 0. For your reference, already we have n dash is equal to n minus 1 plus m. We are adding 1 plus delta line. If n is equal to 0, then our delta is equal to 1. Then we can cancel minus 1 and plus 1. N is automatically going to be 0, which is equal to m. We are automatically getting n dash is equal to m. If for n is not equal to 0, then we will get n minus 1 plus m, and the delta value is equal to 0. Therefore we are getting n minus 1 plus m. Therefore we are defining n dash as n minus 1 plus m minus 1 plus m plus delta. Let's take this equation as 3. Then we are taking expectation on both sides. Expectation of n dash is equal to expectation of the whole thing. Since expectation is linear, we can write it as expectation of n minus expectation of 1 minus expectation of m plus expectation of delta. We know that expectation of a constant is going to be the constant value. For expectation of 1 is 1. So we can write it as expectation of n minus 1, expectation of m, and expectation of delta. And we are assuming steady state. Steady state means our characteristic does not depend on the time. Therefore our expectation of n and expectation of n dash are same. That is the number of customers, the average number of customers at time t and average number of customers at time t plus t are going to be same. Therefore the expectation is going to be same. Therefore expectation of n can be written as expectation of n dash. Then can cancel expectation of n dash both the sides. Therefore it is 0 is equal to, what remaining is minus 1 plus expectation of m plus expectation of delta. We can write this as expectation of delta is equal to 1 minus expectation of m. Let it be our fourth equation. We are going to use it further. Then we are going to square our third equation. Our third equation is this one, n dash is equal to n minus 1 plus m plus delta. If we square this equation, we will have n dash square is equal to n minus 1 plus m plus delta the whole square. So it looks like a plus b plus c the whole square. We are going to expand this. If you are not able to expand this as directly, then we can use something. We are all familiar in a plus b the whole square. It is a square plus b square plus 2ab. So if we have three terms, means a plus b plus c mean the whole square, means we can consider b plus c as a single coordinate. Then we can expand, it is a square plus b plus c the whole square plus 2ab into b plus c. Likewise, we are expanding a plus b plus c plus d the whole square, as I am taking a plus b as a single term and c plus d as another term. Then it is a plus b the whole square plus c plus d the whole square plus 2 times of a plus b into c plus d. Now I can expand a plus b the whole square as a square plus b square plus 2ab, and c plus d whole square as c square plus d square plus 2cd. And if I expand this thing, I will get 2ac, 2ad, 2bc and 2bd. Now for my convenience, I can write it as a square plus b square plus c square plus d square, 2ab plus 2ac plus 2ad plus 2bc plus 2bd plus 2cd. This is the expansion of a plus b plus c plus d the whole square. Now let us come to our thing. So here it is n square plus minus 1 the whole square is going to be plus 1, m square delta square, then 2ab that is minus 2n, then 2ac that is 2nm, then 2ad that is 2n delta, then 2bc it is 2 minus 2m, then 2bd that is minus 2 delta, and 2bc is bd is sorry 2 cd is m delta. So if we simplify this one, since from our earlier result we have n delta is equal to 0. Here we are getting n delta, therefore we can cancel this term. So what remaining is n square plus 1 plus m square plus delta square minus 2n minus 2m minus 2 delta plus 2nm plus 2m delta, since our n delta is 0. And further we can simplify this as, we already have delta square is equal to delta. If we apply this thing, we can write this delta square as delta. Therefore it becomes n square plus 1 plus m square. I am writing delta square as simply delta, and this 2 minus 2 delta here, minus 2n minus 2m plus 2nm and plus 2m delta. Now we can further simplify this as n square plus 1 plus m square, delta minus 2 delta is minus delta, then minus 2n minus 2m plus 2nm plus 2m delta. Now we are going to take expectation of on both the sides. Then we will have expectation of n dash the whole square is equal to, since expectation is linear we can apply directly, expectation of n square plus expectation of 1 plus expectation of m square minus expectation of delta minus 2 times of expectation of n minus 2 times of expectation of m plus 2 times of expectation of nm plus 2 times of expectation of m delta. Now we can write our expectation of 1 as 1, and we are applying expectation of delta, that is our previous equation. I think it is a fourth equation, applying that 1 minus expectation of m for our expectation of delta. If we apply this, we will get expectation of n square plus 1 expectation of m square. For expectation of delta, we can apply 1 minus expectation of m minus 2 times of expectation of n minus 2 times of expectation of m. Since n and m are independent, we can write it as expectation of n into expectation of m. Similarly, m and delta are also independent, therefore it can be written as 2 times of expectation of m and expectation of delta. Here one more thing, since expectation of n and expectation of n dash are same, can write our expectation of n square as expectation of n dash square. So both the left and right hand side we have an expectation of n square. We can cancel this. Then the result is 0 is equal to 1 plus expectation of m square. This is minus 1 plus expectation of m minus 2 expectation of n minus 2 expectation of m plus 2 times of expectation of n into expectation of m plus 2 times of expectation of m. Again we are replacing expectation of delta by 1 minus expectation of m. Then we'll get 0 is equal to expectation of m square plus expectation of m minus 2 times of expectation of n minus 2 times of expectation of m plus 2 times of expectation of n and expectation of m plus 2 times of expectation of m minus 2 times of expectation of m the whole square. Now we can cancel 2 times of expectation of m minus 2 times of expectation of m. So we'll have 0 is equal to expectation of m square plus expectation of m minus 2 times of expectation of n plus 2 times of expectation of n and expectation of m minus 2 times of expectation of m the whole square. So our objective is to find expectation of n, that is we are finally we are going to find what is the length in the system, length in the queue. So for that we need expectation of n, so we can keep the terms which have expectation of n in one side and the remaining terms in the other side. So I can separate expectation of n to the left side, that is 2 times of expectation of n minus 2 times of expectation of n into expectation of m is equal to remaining terms or expectation of m square plus expectation of m minus 2 times of expectation of m the whole square. Now I can take 2 times of expectation of n common from the left side, then we will have 2 times of expectation of n is equal to n into 1 minus expectation of m is equal to the remaining things are same. Since we need expectation of n, we can send the remaining to the right side. Then we will have expectation of n is equal to expectation of m square plus expectation of m minus 2 times of expectation of m the whole square divided by 2 times of 1 minus expectation of m. So for here we have only n and m. If we know the value of expectation of n and expectation of m square, then we can able to find the pk formula. So let us take this as fifth equation. Now we are going to find expectation of m square. We already know m is the number of arrivals during the random service time t. Then m given t follows Poisson distribution with parameter lambda. Since our parameter for Poisson distribution is lambda and the arrival rate is denoted by lambda, we are taking lambda as a parameter for m. For expectation of m given t is equal to lambda into t, since we know that in Poisson process or expectation of the random process x of t is equal to the parameter into t, lambda into t. For expectation of m given t is equal to lambda into t, t is our service time, random service time is capital T, therefore we are taking it as lambda into capital T. Then expectation of m square given t is equal to lambda into t the whole square plus lambda t. We are following this one. Then from here we have to find expectation of m and expectation of m square. Now we have expectation of m is equal to expectation of m given t. Therefore, already we know what is the expectation of m given t. We are replacing it by lambda t. Since lambda is independent of the random variable, we can take it out of our expectation. Therefore, it is lambda into expectation of t. Expectation of t is nothing but 1 by mu, that is the service time. We denote as is time by mu, therefore it is lambda by mu. Lambda by mu is nothing but it is rho, the utilization factor. Then Then we are going to find expectation of m square. Expectation of m square is nothing but expectation of m square given t. So we can replace our expectation of m square given t by lambda t the whole square plus lambda t. Since expectation is linear, we can write it as separately expectation of lambda square t square plus expectation of lambda t. Since lambda is independent of t, we can take it out of our expectation. It is lambda square into expectation of t square plus lambda into expectation of t. Expectation of t square. We are going to replace our expectation of t square. Follow here. Our variance is denoted by sigma square. Sigma square is nothing but expectation of t square minus expectation of t the whole square if t is a random variable. Therefore, we can replace our expectation of t square by sigma square plus expectation of t the whole square. That's what here. Then expectation of t can be replaced by 1 by mu. For our expectation of m square is equal to lambda square into sigma square plus expectation of t the whole square plus lambda by mu. Now we can replace our expectation of t in here by 1 by mu the whole square. If we take our lambda square inside our thing, it is n square sigma square plus lambda by mu the whole square plus lambda by mu. Now we can replace our lambda by mu as rho. Then we will have lambda square sigma square plus rho square plus rho. Now our fifth equation, that is expectation of n is equal to, can replace our expectation of m square as this thing. We have, instead of expectation of m square, we can write this one lambda square sigma square plus rho square plus rho. Then for expectation of m, we are writing is rho. For expectation of m square, we are writing 2 times of rho square divided by 2 times of 1 minus expectation of m can be written as rho. So if we simplify this, we will get taking the rho plus rho can be written as 2 times of rho. Then we can take 2 times of rho common from these terms. For it is 2 times of rho into 1 minus rho. If we write the denominator as separate, then we can have the lambda square sigma square plus rho square divided by 2 times of 1 minus rho plus 2 times of rho into 1 minus rho by 2 times of 1 minus rho. So if we simplify this, we will have lambda square sigma square plus rho square by 2 into 1 minus rho plus rho. Our expectation of n is nothing but ls, that is length in the system, that is average number of customers in the system. It's nothing but our expectation of n. Therefore this is called the pk formula for the non-Markovian queues. From this thing, using our Little's formula, we can derive all other things easily. Thank you.